Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Tom the Conman Connor, 16-time basketball Guinness World Record holder. Today we're going to be warming up, and it's more of a practice session for pull-up jump shots, some fadeaways, and just sort of, getting warm on that jump shot. And this is a practice session, so let's get straight into it, guys. Just find it nice in and around the key, really sort of like just flicking that wrist, getting nice and warm, but also it gains confidence because you're hitting more of these shots because it's closer, but also it gives you a nice feeling when you're hitting shots. You enjoy the session a bit more. So so I'm cold. We're not going to be doing any of the dribbling stuff really today. We're going to get into that in another video, but this really is sort of a practice session. What I do, nothing strenuous, guys. We're just trying to get some consistency from close to the basket. Get your wrist warm. You do slowly start to warm up nice as well. Static shots. We don't want to just pull up some jump shots. We want some static shots. And in and around the key. We're not going to be going out anywhere anytime soon. When I'm not busy, not doing obviously basketball tours or shows or games or whatever. So when I get to the basketball court, this is how I start. Just nice and simple, in and around the basket, gaining confidence. Feels good. You're enjoying the session. And this is what we're going to be doing for a few more minutes, guys. You will find that when you're hitting these shots and your confidence is growing, that you will hit shots further and further out. It's kind of a subconscious thing. I talk about subconscious a lot in my videos. But it really is, because if you come to the gym, I always say you come to the gym, you start jacking up threes and you're cold and you're missing, and it's not the best way to start a nice practice session. So for me, this is the best way. You warm up your wrist lovely, nice and slow. And always try and dribble between shots. It's another way. No, you're not going to walk around, like this with and then shoot. Of course not. But if you can try and throw a few little dribbles in there, through the legs and round the back. Also, just works a little bit on your handles than just shooting, but. You can see it's just, I'm not laying up, I'm not getting down low, just nice and simple, in and around the key shooting. And I guarantee you guys, if you do this over and over and over, you will start having some great basketball games just from shooting, let alone layups and free throws and threes. If you come to the basketball court and you dedicate your time on Pacifics, you will get better. So in and around the basketball key till you feel a bit warm. No layups, no dribbling. We're just getting the wrist going and gaining confidence. But you know what? It's just a practice session. You're not hugely concentrated on your jump shot. You're just in and around the key, working on your shot. And for me, I can feel my body already warming up nice. Already warming up nice. When I started playing basketball, all the way through when I was really trying to make it, I would play about 8 hours a day. I'd be at school by 8 a.m. and I'd have an hour on a basketball court before that bell rang. always be late for class. So I'd have an hour. I would spend an hour after school, just at the school shooting. I'd be home by 4:15, and I would stay out until 10 o'clock at night. And every single day when I was at school, guys, and this is how I've been doing it ever since. Warming up. When I was in high school, I was dropping 40, 50 points a game, and all my points came from shooting. So for me, my personal opinion, if you've got a good jump shot, or you can develop a good jump shot, you'll have a great chance to turn pro and enjoy basketball more. We can develop handles and other things later on, but went to the nationals, won all 3-point competitions, and was a leading scorer. Went to Loughborough basketball camps, Sheffield Sharks, all different BBL camps. Always led the way in scoring. So I think because of the streetball stuff that I do, a lot of people think I can't shoot because the shots don't really make the highlight reels. But I can guarantee you that you get a good jump shot, you're gonna have a game. Okay, so now we're gonna start going off the backboard here. Okay, so about 5 minutes there, you're gonna start shooting off the backboard. So we're gonna be going from side to side now, okay? You've had a nice little warm up there. We're just simply gonna come off the backboard. Now what this does is you just put a little bit more pressure on your wrist, just to give it a little more flip. Now what this will help you with is when we step out now a little bit further on, it will feel much, much more natural, because you have to throw the ball harder to come off the backboard than you do obviously just shooting at the rim. So just back and forth. Again, consistency. You're seeing the basketball go in, the confidence is rising. You know, it's how you hear the expression in the NBA, oh, he's on fire, and he can't miss a shot. Simply confidence. Your confidence hits another level, and then you start popping shots off all over the place. So it's important to get a nice structure when you're growing up, starting to play basketball. You want to make it pro, you want to play in your country, you want to play in the NBA, you want to make your high school team, whatever it is. Trust me, confidence and consistency is key to being successful. Okay, so you can see I'm going back and forth. Now I can feel my wrist starting to warm up now a little bit more, because I'm putting a bit more flick in that wrist, okay? And it's starting to loosen up. I can feel it. It's always little subtle things you should pay attention to. I think the problem is with a lot of players, they don't pay attention to anything. They just shoot. And if you listen to your mind and your body really carefully, you will start to see what works, what doesn't work, what your body favors. Perhaps bank shots are your go-to shot. So many things that we're going to be doing in these new practice sessions, tutorials. So we're literally just going back and forth, guys. Okay? Until it feels so repetitive, almost boring. Okay? Now you guys, obviously I'm just doing a tutorial to give you a concept, but even when I left high school, I still played 8 hours a day shooting until I made it to AN1 when I signed for them in 2003. And then once that happened, I was a lot more busier, so you get less time to practice. And then in 2006, I had my Smash It TV series that aired on the Extreme Sports channel called The Battle for Europe. It's on my website, my YouTube channel, so give it a watch. And my career was off and running, doing DVDs and all kinds of basketball related things. And unfortunately you don't get 8 hours to practice, but the hard work was already put in. And now I'm hoping that you guys are going to enjoy me giving you the knowledge. So guys, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, okay? Now you've hit them, your wrist is a bit more, yep, I'm on it. So we're going to step a little bit further out, okay? We're going to start hitting some jump shots a little bit further away, okay? Nice and easy, man. Again, now you should feel nice, comfortable. Your wrist should be warm. We're just gonna, there's no sort of structure to this. We're just in and around the basketball key, stepping out a little bit further and hitting these jump shots. It's still cold in here. Woo-hoo. Man, can't wait to get to one of my houses abroad. Get out of this cold. Okay, so really is repetitive stuff. It is a practice session, and today we are working on consistency and a structure to give you guys a chance to be a great basketball shooter. Before all the tricks and stuff that I do, shooting was always my go-to, always. Shooting, shooting, shooting. The handles and stuff came later on. What's the point in doing all these tricks and moves on people if you can't put the ball in the basket? But unfortunately, like I said, a lot of the shots don't make the highlight reels. But really want to help you guys become better basketball players and give you guys as much information and knowledge to help you guys achieve your dreams. Because when I was 14, I picked up a basketball for the first time and I wanted to live off basketball. I didn't care how, and now it's been my job ever since I made that decision. I would say it's nothing to do with luck, it's hard work, hard work, hard work, hard work. And this is some of the drills and some of the practice things I used to do before turning pro. And with only a handful of street ballers in the world living off street ball and basketball, I'm very privileged, but my God, I worked hard. Really hard. Okay, so guys, we're stepped out now. I'm starting to warm up from out here. The shots are becoming easier and feeling easier. I think that's the key. Just feeling a little bit easier. So my wrist is warming up nice now. Warming up nice. Starting to feel a bit more natural. Repetitions coming in again from so many years of shooting. So remember, we started down nice and low, and then we stepped out a little bit, and then we went to some bank shots to give your wrist a bit more flick, get it warmed up so you can hit these shots. And there's always a reason why NBA players make it the great players, because they have work ethic and they have structure. Okay? And this is a structured shooting practice session. We're not even really doing jump shots. We're just getting warm, building confidence and shooting. Now I know these are close shots. A lot of great shooters, you're expected to make a lot of these shots, but you know, you'd be surprised how many NBA players miss shots like this. And so I'm about, I don't know, halfway from the free throw line to the hoop, maybe a little bit more towards the free throw line. Now I would shoot like this for at least an hour. I don't even lay up. I don't do no dribbling skills. Because if you can shoot in a game, you're gonna get points. And for me, I was getting 40, 50 points from shooting. And I'm only 5'11", so I think it also depends how tall you are, what your game is about. But if you can add a jump shot, you've got a great chance to make pro. Okay, so we're still in and around the key, so we're outside the key now, okay? Now what we're gonna do here to change it up, we're gonna focus a bit more on stepping out from the key. No shots from inside the key. And what you do, guys, you spend at least, again, another 10, 15 minutes here shooting, okay? Repetition. Either side. I'd often look at NBA stats and say, the players are hitting 40% of their shots. 40%. I'm like, man, I would hit 95 out of 100 shots. 90 out of 100. My shooting statistics were crazy. I think a lot of NBA players in practice sessions, I've read that they often hit, 75 out of 100 shots. But in a game, that figure starts to go down. But if you can do it in practice and you work on these different shots, I believe you can get higher. Here we go. So warm up nice. I can feel a little bit of sweat coming now. Again, just outside the key, repetition. Okay? You know what? This side of the basketball court for me has always been my favorite. Subtle things throughout my career that I've sort of paid attention to. Always feel better shooting this side. I can hit jump shots the other side, of course, but there's just something, if you look inside yourself, you'll notice, I feel a little bit something over this side. And when you do these shooting drills and these practices, you will start to figure out where your favorite spots are. You might be able to hit all the shots, but there'll always be a favorite. And that's a great place to start shooting in a game. You have more comfort shooting these shots in a game. So guys, we spent a little bit of time outside the key. We're now sort of going to bring the shots in and around the free throw area, left and right, okay? So we're going to start about here. So we're not going to step outside the key, we're just hitting, coming back, bit further away now, just below the free throw line, okay? So you're here, you should be warmed up now. No difference from hitting the side shots. Repetition. Repetition, repetition. So as you come around, guys, you want to make sure your feet, your shoulders, everything is straight towards the basket. Every single shot, okay? We're not doing fadeaways. We're not doing difficult shots. We're setting ourselves and we're shooting. Doesn't matter if you come here, you're setting yourself. Watch my feet every single time. Bet you haven't been paying attention to any of my feet shots. How I'm stood. Every shot, exactly the same. Okay? No fadeaways, no nothing. Straight. Okay? So we want to get another at least 5-10 minutes here. So again, just below the free throw line, no shots from outside. We want inside, high up in the key. Now you'll find yourself in a game having quite a few shots from here in the game, because this is a spot you can always get to. You can't always get to the hoop, but you can often get to this point and pull up a jump shot. Now if you warm yourself up properly, you will hit a lot more of these shots, I can guarantee you. So often I see players turn up to a game, even if it's an open run that I go to and I'm watching the players around me, everyone's just everywhere, shooting everywhere. There's no consistency, there's no work ethic. I'm not worried about any of those players. This is a great warm-up, guys. Nice and slow. Nothing too hard on your body. You know what? If you do this every day, an hour a day, every day, no day off. I don't take a day off. You don't want to make it and take days off. If you're taking a day off, someone else is working. Okay, so now we've gone to this point, warming up. This time we're going to step outside the key. We're going to be looking at jump shots from the free throw line, but we're going to use the whole line. Okay? So now you're at the free throw territory. Now I'll tell you why this is a little bit harder to get rhythm, because if you miss or the ball goes in, you have to go and get it. Where if you're closer to the hoop, you get a lot more shots. It's another reason why you got to start close, guys. You know what? My arm's feeling good. I'm feeling loose. My whole body feels like it's warmed up properly. None of this crazy running around. Get in there. For me, these warm-ups, these practice sessions have really helped my career. It's amazing to think that all the hard work has paid off, and the dream started when I was 14. I didn't pick up a basketball till I was 14, guys. Okay, so using the whole line for the free throw, okay? So you're looking to try and hit at least 2 or 3 in a row. If you miss one, see if you can hit 2 or 3 in a row. That means you're getting there. All right, so there's 3 in a row. So you know you got the consistency there. Okay, with a nice warm up. I'm starting to feel like I got rhythm coming in my shot. Don't keep coming out and out and out. And I'll tell you why. The further you get out, the less inconsistent you get, which means confidence at a subconscious level goes. Okay? Repetition and hitting jump shots is key. You do not leave this area, okay? And I guarantee you is that if you practice that and you make that your shooting practice every day for an hour, you're not shooting threes, you're not dribbling, you're not doing layups. Solid hour, repetition, find out what spots you like to shoot from, what feels more natural, and they are your go-to moves, your go-to areas during a game. And if you do this every day I can guarantee you're going to start scoring some great points from shooting in basketball games. Make sure you follow my Facebook and Instagram for different clips, videos, behind the scenes, my streetball, my TV shows, and more. We're going to be posting more tutorials on handles, shooting, fadeaways, weak points, how to do shams, you name it, we're going to be doing it right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Leave any comments down below. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you later.